Hey everyone, I'm the Nerd Doctor here to diagnose what's wrong with your RPG games and here to help you fix it. And today I'm going to be doing something that I haven't been doing in a while. I've been doing a lot of how-to videos and Q&As when it comes to working on my app dc20forge.com. And today I actually want to talk about something that happened between me and my DM. And just to preface this, me and my DM get along great, and so when we have a disagreement, it sounds like an aggressive, heated discussion when really we're just two passionate people and we totally respect each other and each other's opinions. So much so that we always are asking each other for feedback. What did we think about how we did on that session? Is there anything we would change, fix, or anything like that? So he's been running a game for me and a few others for over a year now, and we've kind of just hit the biggest climactic point of the game, and he's going to try to take that one step further and try to do something really cool with it. He's been messaging me like, oh yeah, I'm going to do something I've never done before. Like he's been building it up a lot, so I'm really looking forward to our future games. But he was just asking me, after all of this, was it too slow, was it too quick, and everything like that, because it was totally homebrew world, totally homebrew game, something he's been working on for years, but it's something he put together himself, and it was a really fun game. It was very memorable. There were so many, and I told him, I'm like, there's so many things, there's so many memorable moments throughout this game. You did an absolutely amazing, fantastic job. The story was amazing. Players were really great with the role-playing decisions. It was actually really crazy because, and actually, no, I'm not going to get into it. I want to talk to you about the actual discussion we had. So this was my only critique to his whole game was just rewards. That was the thing, is I don't get to be a player a lot. I am primarily the DM. I've only DM'd one session for him. But when I DM and I'm playing in another game where I'm also a player, and he does the same thing I do, which is I talk to my players who are your characters, what are their goals, what are they where's their growth and development, are there any like magic items that you kind of imagine yourself that suits your character and build and everything like that? Is there anything you imagine yourself getting? If there's things you would want, what would they be? I'm just trying to understand what are my players' goals, and it shouldn't only be about magic items, absolutely not. And I emphasize that to him, but you know just some rewards, the magic items are cool. Loot is great, and it's a low magic item setting, so I totally understand. I am not trying to sound like someone who didn't have a good time. It did not take away from my game at all that I received no magic items the entire year. And a bunch of you are probably going to be like, none. My character, other characters got some things over here and there, but my character got none. And so I just said to him, my only critique is I got nothing. We're playing 3.5, and my character is an assassin build, so no magic, or very little bit magic, just limited to what that class is in 3.5, obscuring mist and a few other small things, invisibility and stuff like that, like some cool stuff, but nothing nothing outside of your character. Whereas one of the paladins had a magical hammer, magical axe. Cleric had magical armor. Our we had one other person playing a rogue wizard hybrid, and he got a grimoire full of spells, and I just got nothing. And our game climactically ended up in the most dangerous part of the world. And I just said to him, if there's anything that I would be looking for as my character, again, you don't have to just give it to me, but if there's something that I'd be looking for, it'd be a blade that could do magical damage, or deal with undead and demons, which is literally where we're going, a place where I can actually do something. Instead, I played kind of hiding in the corner background the whole time, not really helping a heck of a lot, mostly helping the gnome paladin get through really deep water. And I helped identify some traps here and there. I contributed, but I was not a help in combat in these lands in any way, shape, or form. The only magic item I had was a lantern of never get lost, and I won't get into it, but I had to steal it from one of the other characters to use it, because he did not want to go to the Shattered Lands, and the only way out of the Shattered Lands was with this. So kind of took it. We saved the world. The other character didn't come with us. Whole other story, and I will save that for another live stream. But I want to get some feedback and thoughts from people about where do you fall on this? Do you ask your players or DMs or players, do your DMs ask you about what your goals and what you want to get out of a campaign? Because I was just saying to him, like, look, I'm not sitting here saying give your players exactly what they want. If my player came in and told me they wanted the 3 most powerful magic items in the world, I'm gonna be like, the hell you are. Like that's just you don't just necessarily just give it. Or at least you gotta earn it. You know what I mean? And that's what I said to him. Like I asked people what they want, and like if they tell me they want a wish spell, well, you better believe that I'm gonna give them an opportunity to get it. And once they have it, there's gonna be a way where they can either use it to save like their best friend or the rest of the world, and it's gonna be a hard choice. And I know you're thinking you can do both with a wish. The way that I would set it up is that if you're going to get something that's so powerful, is that you are going to you're going to get it, but there's going to be some conflict and consequences to getting it, using it, or any way, shape, or form. Just because like I don't just give it away, and you're not going to get that thing at the very end of the game and just completely solve all your problems. Like I'm not a huge fan of whiff spell. If you can't figure that out, but yeah, I just want to put it out there because he comes in the side of like, you know, if a player tells me what they want, I'm going to do the opposite. And I'm just like, that's a little bit dickish, don't you think? Like, and you know, again, preface, him and I totally good. I said that to him. He's like, I'm not trying to come off that way. It's just the way I feel. I'm like, I totally get it. It's just the way you feel. You don't want it. You don't want something to be predictable. You don't want to just lay something out. It's like way too convenient. Is his argument. And I'm just kind of like, but you want players to want stuff and have goals, and you can use those things to way to tease players. Like they want your out of character person wants this for their character. Well, I'm going to tease it in game. I'm going to use it to, you know, drive wedges or create conflict, drama, or moments where there's going to be difficult decisions. Like knowing what my characters want, great, but also this is fantasy, guys. You know, we are sitting down to, you know, almost weekly to sit down and write a great story and have a great time and live lives that we could never live. We can only live in our imaginations. And so I'm just like, if you know my character wants to be like a vampire slaying guy with the Dawnbreaker, then like that's what my goal is for the campaign. I'd love to sit down on my DM and be like, look, you don't tell me when, don't tell me how, but that's what I would love to have. And I would love to become if I make it there. And like me as a DM, as I was in there, and I would be like, okay. And I would build like a character arc that allows them to get there, but it's not going to be easy. And that was just my point. Is like, you know, we all want these things as a part of our story, and I'm not saying don't don't ask for unreasonable things. I'm not saying don't just give it to people so you completely imbalance their games, which I understand. In D&D, too many magic items too early can completely imbalance your game to the point where it's very difficult for players to be challenged. Which is one of the things I love about DC 20 is just that you can you know the magic items there aren't game breaking. They don't change your levels. They give you some other options, but they don't change what level you are working with. But that was just my side note plug-in for DC 20. Because I am a DC 20 content creator. So, you know, leave it in the comments. Tell me what you think. Like whose side are you on? What are your thoughts? Like, I'd love to hear other people's things. Again, me and my DM, we're good. It was just such a heated discussion. We were just like, how are we coming out completely on opposite sides? And I'm sure part of it was just the fact that like sometimes we just misunderstand each other. We have totally two different communication ways, and yeah, so it hit or miss, but we're always good. We always respect each other, and so I'm just curious what other people think or are experiencing. So again, this isn't me really necessarily helping you, but I'm challenging people to think about it. You know, how do you go about setting up your games? A big thing for me is sessions 1, session 0. And I have a whole video on session 1 and session 0 origin stories. But like, how do you go about prepping for your game? Do you ask your players what they want, what their goals are, and how do you go about giving them to them? Do you make it really convenient and easy? Do you challenge them? Do you not give it to them at all? I would just love to hear other people's thoughts on this. I haven't really done one of these videos where I really ask the feedback from people and the way they do things, but I'd love to read some comments on this. And hopefully other people enjoy reading it too. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, I'm the Nerd Doctor, here to diagnose what's wrong with your RPG games and here to help you fix it. Stay clever, play smarter. I look forward to reading the comments on this one.